Hey guys, welcome back. Here we go again. Yeah, I figure it's about time to dig some more into Cynthia G. And what the heck? It's a rainy day for me here, so I figured, yeah, let's do a little bit of Cynthia G. Nothing else better to do today but destroy her. Anyway, guys, here we go.
On Instagram and on Twitter, when I tell you black people are losing their minds because the Brad and Judy let it be known that they chose a white sperm donor for their child, they are online losing their minds. And that's what I really want to talk about. I want to talk about the concentrated black male worship that's on autopilot and how within our community, because black men have already shown and stated that they couldn't care less about preserving blackness, of course, just like everything else in the black community, it rests on black women's shoulders.
I will never understand how Cynthia G works. I mean, she just, one moment, have a problem with the way black men move, with the way a lot of black men, which is not even a lot if you really look at the numbers as a whole. Literally, what is it? Like anywhere from 10 to 15% of blacks date outside their race. And I always tell you, the reason why a lot of black men leave, because they don't see any future with a black woman. Let's be honest, most of you ladies are used and abused by the time you decide to even get married anyway. So you're going to string a black man along versus he could date outside his race, which I'm totally against. And there's a probability of marriage in the future. These women are not getting married. If you're an average guy, you're not getting married. So you can either leave the country or probably date outside your race and you're going to get better results. Let's see what else they got. Yes, and most blacks do care about their race. I'm gonna throw that in there as well. Like, where do we get these where do we get this information at? Like, we're literally, well, should I say, Cynthia G looks at what a small group of blacks are doing, and she attacks the entire group for their choices. The small group of less than 20% of black men. Why don't you worry about what the mass is doing? Because the mass of black men are literally leaving the country because they don't see any value in none of you, especially a woman like this that cackles all day and chase Pookie.
And because black women already have an innate vanity and worship of their own blackness, this is not a problem for them. I also want to point this out because this is denied.
And another thing, so we call it worship, to be proud of what you are. I've never seen a black person shame other black people for being proud of what they are, because that's what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with worshiping. Every race of man in this country, in the world, should be proud of who he is. If he's a black man, Spanish man, or European man, it doesn't matter. You should be proud of who you are. And that's who you are. It don't matter what you think. Whoever you date, it doesn't matter. You're going to get judged. If you date outside your race, it doesn't matter. You lose pride of the group. And the other side is not going to respect you either. It's just something you're going to do. It's no reason to even truly date outside your race. You get no cool points from either side.
When I sit here and I say that black women are looking at generational curses and they're tolerating them all for the sake of having a baby that is nothing more than black and has black skin.
Yes, a generational curse that single mothers put on their own daughters. It ain't nobody else's fault because, like I say, a lot of these women, when they realize their young daughter is doing certain things such as getting nose rings, getting tattoos on them, she doesn't even have no problem with it. Most women, single mothers don't care what their daughters do, long as they feel good, long as they're happy. That's their main reason why. Women are too emotional to raise anybody, to have any morals, to tell a child what's wrong You're the ones that's raising these women like this. You're the ones that's raising these boys like this to use women as well.
I am right when I say that. And the reason I say that is because you can look at the community and see it. The reality is bandits don't provide anything to black women except their genetic material.
I love it. You never get a Cynthia G video without the bandit scene in the video. And what are we saying? Like, literally, what is the numbers looking like right now? Men are realizing how bad American women, I'm not even going to just attack black women because it's not just black women. Literally in the black community alone, what is it? 54% of black men are single and childless. Men are waking up that they're realizing you ladies are the problem. And a lot of y'all most men are paying child support anyway. What is it? 76% of American men are paying child support. So most of these women that are becoming single mothers, they go after a specific man. It's all a game to them. And it don't matter because they'd rather take the check anyway. They don't want you to help them raise a child. And then they're going to boast it and tell the world, I'm single mom and proud. They never get remarried. They never build a relationship with a man that's going to discipline their children because they don't respect that in a man. They don't want that in a man, even though they know that's what a man needs. And these single fathers out here are more likely to desire getting married or having a permanent spouse in their household, a female helping them raise the children. Men are more likely to do this.
As they possess the genetic material to continue on the skin tone that black women prefer, they'll deal with the lack of building, the crime, the treason, the disloyalty, and everything that comes with having a bandit as a preference. And I understand why black women largely have bandits as preferences and will restrict themselves from other men who could potentially help them build generational wealth.
Other men that never truly gonna like anything about you, literally. A lot of women prefer to be with their own kind. They're comfortable with their own kind. And this is not just a black thing. This is a worldwide thing. Most black women, or any race you can put into here, prefer to be with their own men. That's just common sense. There is no sense out of what this woman is doing. And all she's doing is grooming our women to stay away. I literally think this woman is working for the government or something. It's terrible how she talks. But I done heard enough. I can only take so much of Cynthia G's nonsense. Literally 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe.